Traffic volumes are set to increase once again in the coming days as holidaymakers prepare to return home. Police and traffic officials are planning to be on high alert to try and curb accidents on the country's major routes. The N3 toll concession says over 1,500 vehicles passed through the Mooi River Toll Plaza headed for Johannesburg between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Today. JMPD spokesperson Wayne Minnaar joins me now to discuss the plans that the province has to put in place, in fact, to try and curb the death toll on our roads. Wayne, thank you. So we're being told 1,500 cars passing the Mooi River, vehicles passing the Mooi River Toll Plaza, and that's in the space of 1 hour. That's a massive increase in volumes, and we're just talking the first wave of people returning from wherever they were on holiday. What are you seeing on the roads, and how prepared are you for that wave hitting Johannesburg?
Yeah, no, already we can see a lot more vehicles, particularly on the N3, volume coming from KZN, also the N1 from Limpopo, also very heavy now. Also the N12 we can see from Northwest is picking up, and then passing Grasmet toll from the Free State side is also getting heavier. So by tomorrow that volume will be even higher, with it peaking over the weekend. Officers will be on full alert. We'll have freeway patrol every 15 kilometers on duty, and there will be a roadside check operations, checking that vehicles are roadworthy and also that drivers are fit to drive.
And Wayne, what can you possibly do to enhance the safety of this journey back for many people who live in and around Johannesburg? And I'm asking you this because, you know, if someone lives in Johannesburg and they're coming from elsewhere and the kind of traffic flow we are talking about, you are on the receiving end and it's almost like at the end of the journey. What difference are you able to make then in ensuring that they get there safely?
Also, look, the drivers must be patient when they're driving. It's very important and courteous. And also must bear in mind that they must share the road and not be hasty, not be in a rush to get to their homes because of the high volumes of traffic, and take chances, overtake where it's not safe. It's very much up to the drivers, because 90% of the causes of accident is because of driver error.
Yeah.
So we really going to have to call on drivers now to be extra cautious, making their way back home, so that we don't have an increase in accidents.
You mentioned drivers, Wayne, but I did see that the JMPD chief, Dembe, has been talking quite a bit about the pedestrians, and particularly the phenomenon of pedestrians crossing busy freeways, and there's a bit of a clampdown. I saw a number of people, pictures being shared there by the JMPD chief that have been arrested. This is a serious offense, isn't it?
Yes, no, it's serious, particularly on a very busy freeway. Well, any freeways, the pedestrians are not allowed. Pedestrians may not be on foot on a freeway. So there where pedestrians are posing a real danger, they will have to be arrested. You're right, a few of these pedestrians have already been arrested on the N3 between Marlborough and the Golulis interchange. So we will have to continue with that operation to prevent further accidents, particularly pedestrian accidents, because pedestrian deaths make up at least half of the figure of deaths on our roads annually.
Yeah, and we're talking now at the point at which we are talking about the anticipated first wave of people returning to Gauteng and Johannesburg. There's, of course, going to be that second wave closer to schools reopening. But, you know, fortunately, we've not had to report massive, crashes with multiple casualties. In fact, that seems to be the picture generally at this particular point. What's the picture from the side of Joburg at this point?
It looks much better than last year, so we must just maintain that kind of situation, and it's really very much up to the drivers. We will be working, JMPD will be working with all the other law enforcement agencies to have as much officers on duty, be visible, and to take action where there are offending motorists who are reckless, who are speeding, and also who are drinking and driving.
Wayne, lastly, there's been a lot of focus on the shooting that happened in Melville, Johannesburg, but there was that incident at the over the bridge of the M2 that runs
Mike 1.
Mike 1, the M1, close to the Mary Fitzgerald Square, which is where the main New Year's Eve celebrations were happening in Johannesburg, where it's reported that someone was on the highway and firing towards the crowd on Mary Fitzgerald Square. Anything that you can share with us by way of follow-up and the investigation, trying to get to the bottom of what was happening?
No, it's the investigation is at a very sensitive stage, so we're not going to mention anything with regard to the investigation which is being done by the SAPS criminal investigators. So there's no information other than we would really like anyone with more information on the shootings, if they have information, to come forward to assist the SAPS investigation.
All right. Wayne, thank you so much. Absolutely shocking incident there. Wayne Minnaar speaks on behalf of the Johannesburg Metro Police Department, talking to us about the situation on the roads.